Okay, so how do you generate a pip requirement file? A requirement file that has everything that you can deploy it on the server, all the packages and all inside it. Now, most of you, I think you should already be knowing this. So once you are inside your virtual environment, I will make a video on it later. But once you inside the virtual environment, you just run the pip freeze dash and requirements.txt command. The thing is, this will install, it will list all the packages inside your Python environment, not necessarily the package that you need for the project. Now, in most cases, both are same. In most cases, you only install the packages that you need to run on your system. But there are a few cases like what happened with me right here, that the generated requirements.txt file didn't had some conflicts. We will talk about it in the next video. The whole point is that this will generate all the packages installed on your Python environment and not just the ones directly required by your project. Yes, ChatGPT was used thoroughly in this, but I still had work to do at this. Use these to create the minimum requirement. You need to install the pip requirements, this package pip reqs, and you need to type pip request dot space and dot means in the can directly. You cannot. It will create a file requirements.txt, and it. For me, what happened was, in the requirements file there was at least like 20-25 requirements, as you can see in below. There was 20-25 or something. This only generated 6 or 7. So I was alarmed. I asked what is going on, and it said that it appears that it can generate a minimum requirement which with only the packages that are directly important to use in the code. This can be a good and a bad thing depending on the project's requirement. The whole point is, the whole point of this much is, yes, it has generated a minimum requirement, minimum package file, but you need to test it on your local system before you can deploy it. Now, in cases where you need the server size to be small, you need to do that. I think it is worth the time to create a minimum requirement file. Okay, what you have seen, I think it is worth the time to create a minimum requirement file. And then what you do, once you have created that file, you delete your virtual environment. Okay, how to test, just write it down. You delete your virtual environment and create once again, and then install the packages from the minimum requirements.txt file, and then try it on your local system. Minimal file. Why isn't spell check working? Turn on. Just okay. So that is the thing. Okay. So how do you test for minimal packages, minimum file? As you can see, this is the way you can do it. Delete the virtual environment folder that you have, and then create it again. A process for which I will make a video on it. I should do that after it. Anyways, the other thing is, now once you are in this complexity and you are having some kind of problem which you will have with interdependency between Flask and Verzip, next video is that. So you can install pip dep3, and if you run the command, it will show you all the packages. Okay, and let's go through this. It will do these are the installed commands. Okay, so this will, let's take bcrypt for example 3.2. It requires cffi which is greater than or equal to 1.1, and you can clearly see you have 1.16.0. okay, so it is fine. So with this command, I think it is very good, excellent command if you're having packages interdependency problem. If you're having that, you can run this command. You can clearly see that for like PyScript it requires any. Now let's go to the one that was causing us problem, where here it is. Okay, that is the next video. So you can see it requires workser 2.2.2 and the installed one is 3.0.0. We will see next videos about that. So that's the whole point. So you can create, let's summarize it. You can create it with pip requirements, pip freeze requirements.txt. Depending on if you installed a particular thing in your local machine, in your virtual environment, it won't create those that you have not installed. So maybe if you just want to make a Docker build, that's a very excellent use case for it. That is for which I was using it. To make a Docker build immediately, you don't know the code, but you have to try it on your system so that you can push it live from your system, because giving access of Docker credential to everyone in your team, especially the junior developers, is not a good choice. That's why. So maybe a senior developer can just take a package, try to make the requirements if there are some kind of, so this, if you do, this will only install the packages that you already have. So this you should only do this, I think you should actually write it down, only do if you are already testing the code on your local system. I think that is a easy summary of it. Only do this when you are testing on your local system and you know what the packages are. The next one is pip request. This you also do when you are already only do this if you are ready to test. Okay, that's the difference. If you are ready to test the code on your local system and need a reduced and need to use less storage, because the Docker containers, they might look 500 KB, 20 KB. When they go on the servers, they start becoming hundreds of megabytes. Anyways, okay, is another how to test a minimal file. I have already written here. And the last thing is how to check interdependent. Now, honestly, I didn't need to make this video, but the problem is I needed to make this video for the next video that is about to come up. Okay, see you soon.